The second position that I talk about is the outsider, the outside, the margins. And prophet stands for the margins, expressing the plight, the perspective, and the experience of the marginalized, the oppressed, to stand against the powerful and those who are doing the oppression. And for some of us, it means that we need to learn, we need to be with, and we need to be for the margins. As I mentioned, this is precisely what Jesus does consistently throughout the Gospels. You can see him doing that in the Beatitudes, but you can see him doing this even in his interaction with people. He's always centering the outsider. Whoever is on the outside looking in, he draws them in. You could think about this in terms of like the woman who is healed from her bleeding. He draws her in to the center. You could think about this in terms of Matthew, the tax collector. He draws him in from the outside to the inside. And he does this also with children. And the children in those images are not necessarily meant to be like, oh, Jesus likes children, but he's saying the least privileged, the least status, the least powerful, he's drawing them to the center. One of my great heroes of faith, Gustavo Gutierrez, just passed away recently, and he has done this work. And there was so much work that he was doing to say that, hey, it's our commitment to the marginalized. And one of the quotes is that it's our commitment to the marginalized that we find in it, in that we find the meaning of our lives as believers and human beings, because it's so connected to how Jesus lived and worked and lived out that gospel. Um, it is our commitment to the outsiders and the less powerful that we begin to understand the effects of the power and money, mammon, you could think about, that keeps us from entering into the kingdom, that makes us as camels trying to enter through the eye of a needle. And I think that's one of the ways in which we need to commit with the margins for our sake, but of course, primarily first to give voice to the margins. And the second part about that is that for those who already experience life in the margins, it is to give boldness, and it's to remind those who are on the outside that their story is heard, it's not forgotten, it's treasured by God.